But yeah, we're gonna watch. I saw Mujin uploaded a video like 8 hours ago about COLLARGATE, and I think it's about this Hassan dude and his dog. So I think I'm gonna be sad, but like I can't escape this. I don't follow Hassan. I don't follow any of these people involved in this, and yet it's all over. Like I can't escape it. It's on my Instagram. It's on my Twitter. It's on my YouTube. It's on my freaking news page. Like what? Why? So now I have to watch it. Oh my god. Look at the thumbnail, guys. Just look at the freaking thumbnail. Oh god. Okay, guys. Ooh, let's get ready. I think this video is gonna make me hella sad, but who knows?
I can't believe I'm about to talk about this. I mean, how the hell does a simple stream clip go so viral that it becomes a literal cultural phenomenon? I mean, this has truly taken the world by storm to the point where you're finding references of it in places you're never meant to find references of
This. Like you can't escape it. It's everywhere.
it in the first place. This has reached the Formula One community, the gacha community, and to my complete surprise, even the Counter-Strike 2 community. You'd see Anders, a legendary Counter-Strike commentator, make a direct reference to Hassan shocking his dog during a game. It would happen as soon as he'd see a player use a taser. Watch.
Oh, it could get worse. Towson on the corner. Gotta be careful. Hide your dogs. It's Sari going down. That is brutal. Saka.
Bro said hide your dog.
Hide your oh my god. I get a feeling a lot of people don't like Hassan. Hide your dog. Oh my god, all I'm thinking about that meme is like, hide your wife, hide your children. Oh. Is that all he says? I don't think so. It's something more, right? Also, I'm way too big. I need to make myself way smaller. There we go.
Dogs. I had a viewer who had his 70-year-old coworker
Hassan isn't super
reference
light.
this
Yeah,
to his
I get the
face.
feeling.
Okay, he has no kids, no internet. And seeing that this blew up beyond proportion, of course, it has also reached news publications, ones as big as Forbes. So how did we even get here? Okay, how did this take the world by storm? And why does it keep getting worse? Well, let's talk about it. Alright, so the streamer at the center of this incident is none other than Hassan Piker, otherwise known by his Twitch username, Hassan Abi. Well look, I'm sure he needs no introduction, alright? This is one of the biggest political streamers on the planet, and just like any political personality or political
Oh my god, he almost have 3 million followers? What the hell?
commentator, he has his fair share of enemies and his fair share of controversies. But that doesn't really interest us. What we want to know is how we got to the point where this became a global phenomenon. So what happened exactly? Well, this all began on October 7th, 2025, when Hassan was streaming and something particular would happen. Someone would clip that moment, post it on the subreddit livestream fail, and it would very quickly gain traction, going completely viral. The title for this post is Hassan reaching for something and seemingly shocking his dog to keep her in camera view. Now look, before we get into this, I used to know a girl who would literally cry at National Geographic documentaries. So if you're like that, feel free to skip a minute, okay? Because you'll be
Uh-oh. Am I gonna cry? Am I gonna cry?
hearing his dog whimper in pain. Watch.
But it is emblematic of all of America's much more consequential violence. Okay? It's the same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just fucking go, just stop.
What? But why can't the dog just go where she wants? Why? What?
Jesus Christ, what are you doing?
That looked hella suspicious. That truly looked like he reached for something and then the dog reacted. Ugh. Ugh.
You're being such a baby. It's just you're making her stressed. She just literally is so incredibly spoiled from my mom.
What? How does that make sense? Are you making her stressed? Oh, she's spoiled by my mom. What? What kind of answer is that? Huh?
Right, so what the hell even happened here? Well, look, Hassan has a dog by the name of Kaya. You can see her sitting in the back. As soon as she would step 1 foot off of the place where she was...
Yeah, I don't understand why she has to lay there. Why can't the dog just walk wherever she wants to? Maybe she's thirsty. Maybe she's hungry or something.
laying down,
Maybe she needs to go out.
Hassan would get very annoyed, almost to an irrational degree. He would then look down at something, reach out to it, and after doing so, you'd hear the dog whimper as if he pressed a button. Now, of course, by this point, a lot of people were convinced that he shocked his dog for doing absolutely nothing. But many were still skeptical. Why would Hassan even shock his dog for doing something so minimal? Seeing that we're in the political space, smear campaigns are fairly common. You can very easily discredit your opponent's political stances by discrediting him in another way, which is why many people, especially in Hassan's community, were very skeptical about this. Now, that clip I just showed you that was posted on Livestream Fail would gain traction very quickly as he was still live. A viewer of his would alert him to how quickly it was going viral, and this is what he had to say. Watch.
Yes, I am incredibly abusive to the not only best trained, but also the best behaving and most spoiled dog on the planet. Is from when Kaya yelped. Yeah, she yelped because she fucking clipped herself on something when she was getting off the bed.
Right, so Hassan explained himself. He said she clipped her nail on the bed, that's why she yelped, and he didn't mention anything about her collar. The thing is, though, people would quickly move on from the idea that he's shocking the dog and instead focus on the dog's position throughout his entire stream. Very quickly, someone would make a time lapse of that stream to show you just how long Kaya stays in the same exact position without moving. Just so you're aware, this was the stream in which she yelped. Now watch as she stays in the same position for over 4 hours.
What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, afternoon, pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world.
That's insane. 4 hours? I don't know. I would just let my dog go wherever it wanted. Like, why does it need to have to lay specifically there when I'm just home streaming, you know? Makes no sense to me.
World of Hassan Piker, and this is the Hassan Abi broadcast.
She just stays there in the same position. She's not moving. She's barely moving, right? She's not even stretching. She's not even like doing anything a normal dog should be able to do. Like, I don't know, free roam around a little bit, walk around a little.
It is emblematic of all of America's much more consequential.
And this would be when she would try to maybe move a little bit,
It's the same
and he would
reason
react
as
like
to
crazy.
why America, Kaya, please just fucking go.
Yeah, this reaction is so weird because she's barely leaving the bed. She just put one freaking paw on the floor. Like, do you see how big this dog is? Let her, like, stretch out. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Why does she have to be in the same spot? Why is this a thing?
Just stop.
There she is laying down again, not really stretching, not really moving, right? And so far it's been 3 hours. It's going to go along to the 4-hour mark. And that's when she can finally start to move. You'll see this very shortly. And here we go, right? 4 hours and 21 minutes of just laying there and not being allowed to move a single paw outside of that zone. So this is when you would start seeing the first iterations of the memes. Hassan to his dog if she interrupts his stream for 0.5 seconds. And the outrage at this point was mostly directed at how he wasn't allowing his dog to even stretch a little bit.
Hello,
to even
Autocons.
walk a little
Hello,
bit.
welcome
At the
in.
irrational annoyance of how she just put one paw outside of her bed and he
Yeah.
acted as if she broke something.
That's
It was a very
insane.
excessive reaction and it made people start asking questions. That's when certain people would start to unearth some old clips that would paint Hassan in a bad light.
Oh God. Please no.
In regards to his pet, like this one. Here we can see a guest on Hassan's stream telling him that the collar on Kaya's neck is way too tight. Watch.
And now it's mainstream. I love her. I think her collar's too tight.
Well, it's here we get.
It's you have to be able to get 2 fingers, and I couldn't even get one. I think you're choking her.
She's like, it's 'cause she has a lot of neck meat.
So look, I don't know if this guest intended to make it sound so bad, but saying that the collar is so tight that she thinks that Hassan is choking her is definitely a wild thing to say. And his very chill reaction saying, oh yeah, it's because she has a lot of neck meat, made people question, wait, does he even care? It just simply wasn't a good look. And as people were starting to realize that this dog is kind of being used like a prop in every stream, being forced to sit there for hours on end without moving, some other—
Yeah, just that is kind of insane to me. Like, what? Why? Especially when it's just at home with just him. I understand if you want to train your dog to be in a certain place when you have a lot of people at home. I get that. But when you're just home by yourself, who cares?
Others like XQC simply refused to believe the idea that this wasn't a shock collar. XQC would make a direct comparison of how the collar would look before and after her yelp. Right before the yelp, it would flash green. After the yelp was finished, it would go back to normal with no extra green light. By that point, this theory had started—
Damn, people are actually like truly looking into this. Yeesh. The way to upset the masses is to be a freaking meanie towards animals. Like that will not fly. That will not fly. That only flies with the true psychopaths. Just saying.
To catch on fire. This was still the second day, and people simply refused to believe that it was just her nail clipping on whatever bed she was sleeping on. So when Hassan would go live on October 8th, he would have one of his mods put—
Pretty messed up how he hurt the baby. Yeah. Like, I truly hope it isn't so. But damn, it looks bad. Damn, it looks bad. Then when you know it's bad, yeah, exactly. Like, holy crap. Don't ever trust a person who doesn't care for animals. All I'm saying. You don't have to love animals. You don't have to be an animal person. But, you know, people who just have no regards for animals, that's like, those kind of people needs to stay far, far away from me.
this pinned message in his stream's chat, saying it is a collar with an AirTag and a vibration motor that is used to help with recall when she's free roaming and she's an off-leash trained dog. So by that point, Hassan and his mod team no doubt noticed all the theories running around, especially thanks to people like XQC, that this was indeed a shock collar. This pinned comment was an—
Why would if she's the best trained dog, why would she need a collar like that? Oh, just asking.
Attempt to clear the air and silence those rumors before they got out of control. But even if this was the case, he still wasn't saying whether he actually pushed a button to vibrate or shock her. During that stream on October 8th, people would start to ask him, hey, like, what did you reach out for? What did you do with your hand before she yelped?
I don't know. I'm still like so like freaking messed up by the thought, like, if you shocked her, absolutely horrendous. But just the fact that she has to lay there for so long without and is not even able to put one paw outside that bed without him freaking out. Just like that small interaction is telling something, right? Just that is like saying something. Freaky.
Well, he would claim that he was actually reaching for a nicotine pouch to put in his mouth, even though he put nothing in his mouth. Watch.
Large dog, what were you reaching for in the clip? What do you think? That's where all my fucking Zintins are.
But of course, in the stream, even if you were to skip
but he
past,
didn't put
like,
it in.
I don't know, a half an hour, 15 minutes, whatever you want, you would never see him reach out for a Zin or put—
Oh, he has a white snooze. I didn't think white snooze was available in America. Maybe I'm just dumb. Is there no other place where the dog can rest while the stream is on? Apparently not.
anything in his mouth. This to many just felt like another bogus excuse. Things weren't adding up. You start to see certain memes come up, like this Hearthstone card right here saying cast lightning bolt on every beast in your opponent's hand, deck, and battlefield. You see this very detailed meme of Slay the Spire in which you channel one lightning. And of course, you can't go wrong with a classic Minecraft meme in which he's herding his dog from a distance. Facing insurmountable global pressure at this point, Hassan would finally decide to show the collar on stream. It would be very brief, and he'd be hoping to finally silence the critics so that he can move on from this incident or controversy. Watch.
It has the capacity to vibrate, and that's it.
Oh, this reminds me of weren't there a girl streamer, a woman streamer, who threw her cat for like jumping up on her desk or something? That was insane as well. I also heard like she fed vodka to the cat, and that's just... I hope they took all her animals from her, because what the frick? What the frick? You actually deserve jail time for that. I'm just saying. Disgusting. Hi, Zero. Sorry for being late. Oh my god, Silver, you're not late at all. Please. How is Cumbercat? Is he sleeping? Yes, he is sleeping. He's very good. He's eating all the Cumber taxes. Nom 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 nom. No, she probably still has her cats. Ugh. That's depressing.
Are you happy? That's it. Good. There's the AirTag. There's the fucking vibrator. It also has a flashlight component to it at nighttime. And it also has a tracker on it when she gets lost. If she were to actually get fucking lost.
Someone would make a comment saying, bro's handling it like a magician handles a deck of cards. And I can't help but agree here. The way he's showing it is very quick. It's almost like he's trying to hide it or not show it for too long. I don't know. It just seems suspicious. It's like, why are you so shy? And while people were definitely suspicious of this, it kind of seemed off. His community was very happy because now they finally had proof that he wasn't shocking his dog. He wasn't an animal abuser. They could finally send this clip to the haters and say, hey, see, he's went through this. This is a vibration collar, no shock prongs.
Well, I'm guessing there's gonna be more since it didn't stop here. Oh god, guys. This is giving me like, bad vibes. I hate when it comes to like mistreating animals. It truly makes me depressed, honestly.
And would even go further and say that all his friends, all the big streamers and content creators that have duo streamed with him in his own house would have definitely said something if he actually was shocking his dog for no reason. But even though this topic was gaining a lot of traction online, Hassan was still completely unaware that this was just the beginning.
Not gonna spoil it, but it do get worse. Oh my god.
Because a very big content creator would go ahead and make a video about it. On October 9th, just a couple of days after the initial incident.
Moist Critical? He entered the room? Oh my days. Oh my days. This is serious.
Moist Critical would upload a video titled Crazy Day on Twitch. He would also point out how things weren't really making much sense, how his explanations were definitely inconsistent with reality. And even though Hassan kept using the excuse that this was a well-trained dog and this was part of her training, Moist Critical would go on to give his perspective on training since he has a dog himself. You see, that little corner that Kaya is meant to sit on is her place. When you give a dog a place, it's meant to be their safe, comfy spot. This is done for many reasons, but it could be a way, for example, for the dog to just chill out. If the dog's hyperactive, just can't calm down, and for whatever reason jumps on people, for example, from excitement, and you might have a kid or an elderly person in your house, then telling your dog,
yeah, this I totally understand. But if you have like a good trained chill dog, like they can still have a spot. But if you're just home alone streaming, just what the hell? Why can't the dog just roam around like it wants to? If it's not like destroying anything or doing anything because it's the best trained dog ever, then what?
Place tells them to calm down, go sit in that comfortable spot, and just enjoy their time for a little while. What Moist Critical points out is that this place is meant to be comfortable. It's not meant to be a prison. They're not meant to sit there for hours and hours at a time. Dogs are active creatures. And while shock collars are tools used to train dogs, they certainly shouldn't be used just because your dog wants to stretch. So no matter how you looked at this, whether there was a shock collar involved or not, it just looked very bad.
Yeah,
and
it's
people weren't
still
really
bad.
Getting the reassurance
Shock
they were
collar or
looking
not.
for.
Like, look at this huge dog. Obviously, she needs to stretch. Like, oh my god, just move a little. Imagine just laying there for hours. So boring. just listening to this dude talking about politics, of all things.
From Hassan, they were very worried for Kaya because it seemed like she was being mistreated. On the same day, Hassan would go live again, and instead of giving any form of reassurance, he would instead be very salty over the fact that Moist Critical made a video about
LA streamer is pissed that Moist Critical didn't message him before dropping his video. Why would he? Are they friends? If you want an animal to sit around all day, get a cat. Not sure why people get the most active animals. Yeah, like honestly, my cats are super active as well. But when I stream, I swear to God, they have a tendency to have zoomies. But most times they just sleep. They just lay down and sleep. Cats sleep for like, what is it, 80% of their freaking life. Damn, I wish I was a cat. Just sleepy, sleepy, sleepy. And then they wake me up at like 10 a.m. when they want food. And I'm like, okay, I'm crawling out of bed. What I'd like to know, I didn't know it kept going for so long. Yeah. Say, mine has been asleep for like 4 or 5 hours. Yeah. Sasori and Kuros just lay down to sleep here as well. They have eaten their brekkie or lunch, I guess. And now they're just sleeping. I'd like to know why they would bring the dog into a room if they're going to have a long stream. Yeah. And just like, I understand having the dog like roaming around in the background perhaps, but having to lay in the same spot feels a bit it's a bit too much, right? Because he streams for a long time, right? Say mine's been asleep. Oh yeah, I love cats. Like you can have, don't get me wrong, if you get a certain like, what's it called, Bengals, the Bengal cat, oh my God, then you're gonna have an active freaking cat. You're gonna basically have a wild animal in your home. You're gonna have to keep them occupied. But most cats, especially when they get older, are very chill. Sad because I need to go to the kitchen. She's gonna wake up. Yeah, my cats do that. As soon as I stand up and go anywhere, they just follow me. I'm like, oh God, guys, just sleep, just chill. I'm not going anywhere.
him without messaging him beforehand. What's notable here is that he didn't even bother watching the video himself. He just took his
Oh, he didn't even watch the video.
chatter's word for what was actually in the video, and they were quoting some things out of context, making it seem like Charlie was intending to conduct a character assassination when in fact, he was like most others, concerned about the dog's safety. That was it. This post of Hassan complaining about Moist Critical has over 26,000 upvotes on Reddit, and the top comments are all just a bunch of memes involving Hassan electrocuting his dog.
Oh, deadlock meme.
I mean, look, it's horrible. I feel so sorry for the dog, and that yelp definitely hit me deep in the chest. But
Yeah.
these memes are so creative, I just can't help but laugh. And speaking of all these memes, Hassan would so effortlessly keep supplying them with more material because his story would keep changing and he would keep coming up with different excuses that had nothing to do with the prior ones he talked about before. On October 10th, 2025, Hassan would say that, you know what, that even though he's not using a shock collar, it wouldn't be ridiculous if he did. Watch.
Like, they don't realize that even the e-collars that do shock are unironically used to train fucking like service dogs and shit.
The thing is, no one was arguing with the fact that shock collars are used to train. What people were arguing about was the fact that the dog was forced to sit there for hours and that he had seemingly used
I don't think shock collars should be a thing
it
ever,
for
but that's a discussion for another time. But it's the fact that his dog is not allowed to move. Like, it's so odd. It's so odd. And then he proceeds to say that she's the most well-trained dog. So why does she need a collar to begin with? I don't get it. Maybe he's just doing the any publicity is good publicity. Yeah, maybe. He just keeps digging his own grave. Yeah, it's just, it doesn't add up. It doesn't add up at all. confused. I'm so confused.
Something so benign, so small. As one Redditor would sum this up, he'd say, so we've gone from she stubbed her paw, it's a vibration collar only, not for shocking. If it was a shock, his friends would tell us, and now shock collars aren't that bad anyway.
Yeah.
It had barely been 72 hours and we had already gone through 4 different excuses. And this, of course, would spread this.
Oh, look at that face. Look at her. Oh, I just want to cuddle. Oh, she's so cute.
Incident beyond anyone's imagination, which would end up creating even more creative memes like this one that says, breathes too loud, Thundaga. Or Hassan being Raiden over here, electrocuting Kaya, and of course him being Emperor Palpatine. So by October 11th, seeing that this has blown up way more than Hassan could have ever imagined in his wildest dreams, he would take on the perspective of a victim, saying streamers that he knows have either defended him or are scared to do it publicly, except for Moist Critical. People were simply wondering why.
I don't understand. Why is mad? Is he mad at Moist Critical? Did Moist Critical criticize him? Or I haven't seen the video. But if he hasn't seen the video and says that Moist Critical, should I message him first? Are they friends? It sounds like they're friends. Cute doggo, yeah, super cute doggo.
Why can't Kaya just live a normal life?
Did he even say why she's stuck in that location? The safe space thing doesn't really save it. No, he hasn't gone to that part yet. Maybe he will. We shall see.
Why can't she just free roam around the house if she's not causing any trouble?
Yeah, this. Why can't she just go where she wants? If she's a chill, super trained dog that doesn't cause any trouble, then just let her go wherever she wants, right? What's the problem? Hello, Lane. Hello. How are you? How are you? Welcome in.
Why must she stay locked up in prison, like just sitting there behind the scenes like a prop? Surely this can't be healthy. If you know anything about dogs, you know that they're active creatures. They need to actually move. And
I heard Zero is a cutie. Please confirm. I don't think I can confirm that. I feel like there's a massive miscommunication in this situation, and that is making this far worse. Oh yeah, definitely. And clearly, Hassan is a really big streamer, right? And he has a lot of fans, a lot of haters. And the haters are like, they're gonna latch onto this, right? Confirmed. Oh, thank you, Sky. If she cute, why stuck in the corner? So you guys can see the freaking video, gosh darn it.
stretch. What would Hassan's response be? I don't want to hear from people who don't understand dogs. But don't worry, okay? It's fine if you're confused because yet.
What? You don't have to be a dog expert to think that's odd. What?
Another excuse would drop on October 14th, 2025. Remember how he said that his arm moved in that clip because he was reaching out for a Zin pouch? Yeah, well, it turned out that story was false. He was actually pushing the gate button and Kaya...
Okay, the fact that he just keeps changing the story is also very weird. It feels like he's flustered, you know? Like he got caught and he doesn't know how to explain it away. Boo! Hello, monkey. Hello. How are you? How are you?
His yelp was her reacting in excitement that she finally gets to leave. Watch.
Guys that don't even know Kaya's name, coming in here saying abuser. I know. Can we just move on, please? Because the memes were funny in the first couple of days, but now the only people that still are like actively pushing it are people who are genuinely mentally ill in the way that like anytime my fucking arm moves around or like I unlock the gate or some shit, like I do have a button on my desk for the gate, right? And I unlock the gate, and obviously if you have a dog, you know this already, when they hear that the gate is unlocked, they perk up. They're like, oh my God, he shocked her again, you know?
Yeah, but that wasn't a happy yelp. That was like, no, like, come on, dude. That was not a happy dog sound. Is he kidding? He has to be kidding, right? And I saw the video of her scared to try to go to the water and watching him and the bowl. Yeah, like I noticed that too when she put the dog put like a paw outside of the bed. She was like very carefully looking at him, like expecting some kind of reaction. And well, clearly she got what she was expecting, right? So obviously it's something that happens often to the point that that the dog is expecting that kind of reaction.
It's just they are weird stalkers that are demonstrating their mental illness, and I think it's just, you know, it is what it is.
Now look, I don't know what your reaction to this is so far in this video. Maybe you're thinking he's 100% guilty and he's lying, or you're thinking maybe people are exaggerating and he's actually innocent. He would never harm his own dog, especially not live on stream. Well, regardless of what side you're on, most people understood the truth when he would inadvertently show the shock dog collar remote on stream when he would set up a camera above him. I mean, you really can't make this up. Watch.
I'm gonna put the wide shot. Boom.
It is right here, and he's gonna notice it, and he's gonna move it immediately. Watch.
Yes, I got.
Protect.
Okay, this is just getting weirder and weirder by the minute. What is he doing?
Finger, the floor is lava. All right, so at this point, it was confirmed. The shock collar remote was actually a thing, and it was exactly what he had pressed on that day. But can we confirm truly that it's a shock collar? Is it not a vibration collar? Well, everyone put their weaponized autism to good use and actually cracked the case, finding the exact dog collar model, understanding that it is indeed a shock collar, but that it also has removable prongs. Okay, you can actually remove the prongs that shock the dog. And I mean, look at this, bro. This is like someone who is trying to find like a terrorist, like someone on the wanted list of the FBI. Like, look at all this. This is crazy. The lengths people will go just to prove that it's a shock collar. So this is all proof showing that this is the same exact model that he's using, but then they go on to show that he had removed the prongs the day after the shock had occurred and put tape over it. How did they prove that? Well, they fiddled around with the light levels in Photoshop and found out that yes, indeed, there is a tape, and you can kind of see the color difference between the collar itself and the black tape. You can also clearly see that the shock collar remote is the same exact one on his desk as well. I mean, it was undeniable at this point.
I have no words. This is freaking insane. This is so, like, oh my God. If you truly thought that shock collars isn't like a bad thing, then why go to this length of trying to lie about it? Yeah, apparently he shocked his dog on stream for like trying to leave their bed. Gotta protect his image, I guess. This is, oh God, this is holy.
The collar itself was the e-collar ET300 Mini Educator, and Hassan had very clearly lied not just to his audience, but the internet in general. This was very worrying, and of course people who were fearing the worst were now fearful that he was actually abusing his dog regularly. This sense of worry empowered people who are chronically online even more to dig through past clips and find out exactly what Hassan's relationship with Kaya truly is. And honestly, from what they found, it doesn't look good at all. Now look, by this point, of course, he still had many people in denial that no, Hassan doesn't abuse his dog, and no, Kaya doesn't even stay in the same spot for that long, even though we literally saw proof of that. But I mean, if you're still doubtful, this is him straight up admitting it. Watch.
And also, one of the parts of this training is also supposed to put her, like, we're using the elevated bed, as you guys can see. And one of the things with the elevated bed is that she has a leash on right now on the elevated bed, so she can't like really get off of it. So she now knows to sit in place for hours and hours on end.
Why?
Yeah, so I don't know of any situation when you own a dog where you'd want them to sit for hours on end in the same spot. This just doesn't make sense to me. Dogs are not a prop, okay? If she gets overly excited and risks hurting someone who's elderly or who's a child in the house, sure, you can just say place, have her sit down before she starts moving again normally for her joints and for her legs.
Yeah.
If someone calls this animal abuse, then I wouldn't say they're exaggerating. And speaking of animal abuse, people would find another suspicious clip from his past streams where he treats Kaya in a weird way. Watch.
Absolute garbage. Did you compare this to the Japanese airport experience? Yeah, the Japanese airport experience is like everything works, everything is fast. Kaya, place.
Grabs the thing.
Get back there. What is this? Don't worry.
I mean that's a
But why? I truly don't understand. It's literally like the bed is a cage. It just doesn't have any bars that you can see. Like, I'm so confused about this. I'm honestly so confused. If he wants like a dog to be in the background of his stream all the time, just buy like a statue, a dog statue. They can sit there for hours. Nemas problemas. I don't know why he has to be surrounded about the situation. Yeah, it's odd. It's truly odd.
100% right.
To many, this seemed like he was shocking her again, getting very pissed over the fact that she moved a little bit after sitting around for hours. It was yet again an exaggerated reaction, and it wasn't really warranted.
Yeah, it's a very odd reaction.
But the most damning evidence that people had found from his past streams is the fact that he actually pulled on his dog's tail directly, saying, "Stay or I'm gonna fucking kill you." This was live on stream. Watch this for yourself.
Motherfucker, come here. Stay. If you run right now, I'll fucking kill you. Like, I'll actually kill you, okay? In front of everyone. Stay. Motherfucker, come here. Stay. No, come here.
So obviously this is inexcusable, right? At this point, whether you're a diehard fan of Hassan or a hater, I don't care. You can never excuse someone pulling on a dog's tail.
Yeah, why the hell would you do that? And why would you speak like that? To your own dog? Or any dog? Oh, all of this is just icky. I get such a bad vibe. Oof. I truly don't want to think that someone can be abusive to an animal, but it happens all the time. And this is hella depressing.
It's extremely sensitive and can damage many of its internals. We're talking nerves in the spine, we're talking more specifically nerve damage, avulsion, and even permanent incontinence. It was getting very hard to defend Hassan. At this point, this wasn't even political anymore. Sure, his political opponents were using this as an opportunity to attack his character and his political opinions, but whether you're into politics or not, I'm sure we can all agree this is unacceptable behavior. And seeing that some of his friends are the biggest content creators on Twitch and just in general, people were wondering, are they going to say something about this? Are they going to condone his behavior or actually call it out, give him some criticism, some feedback like a normal friend does? Well, no, not at all, actually. It's very weird. You might have seen this image of Hassan dressed up as Raiden shocking Ludwig while he's wearing a dog collar, and you might literally have no idea why it exists. Well, this is of course insinuating the fact that Ludwig is Hassan's dog and he trained him very well. That's because at some point there was this very stupid controversy in which Hassan said that streaming is way harder than a regular job. This was back in February 2024. Ludwig would make a video about the situation on his Mogul Mail channel in which he talked about news, and Hassan got so pissed at him for making him look bad that he ended up cutting parts of the video to then just straight up removing it. He'd end up re-uploading it without any of the clips that were criticizing Hassan. This made people realize early on that even when it came to friendships, Hassan was never open to criticism. He saw everything as an attack on both his character and his entire brand, no matter who.
What? Unfortunately, many people are like this. Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't even want to think about it. It makes me so sad. But I don't understand. Why do people want to be friends with him if he's this extreme?
Who said it? Ludwig, of course, was seen like someone who was spineless.
Male Cinder. Monkey. Do you mean Ludwig or? I mean, that makes sense. They're all in their own little bubble. I suppose they are.
Someone who couldn't hold down his own opinion and who caved in to pressure from Hassan whenever he wanted. So of course, it's no surprise to say that over a week after the clip had surfaced, Ludwig has said nothing about this, even though he's a close friend of Hassan. But that didn't matter. The person that people really wanted to hear from was Hassan's girlfriend, Valkyrie. I do want to point out that they've never officially announced that they're dating, but at this point...
Wait, they are together? I had no idea about this.
It's like more of an...
But then again, I don't really watch these streamers. View's the only reason I can think of being friends with him. Oh.
An open secret, right? Valkyrie is known as someone who's very brand friendly, who's never into controversies, and whenever she does end up in one, she immediately apologizes and caves in. People were expecting, or at least hoping, for her to say something about the situation, but instead she gave a response that made people end up, well, fueling the memes even further. Watch.
Clip did look horrible. The clip was really bad. It was so bad. And it's understandable why everyone was freaking out about it, but I can verify that Kaya is the most loved and spoiled and just the most well-trained and best little baby or big baby that I have ever been around and that I have.
Then why does she have to stay in the same spot?
So big.
Like, people are not questioning if it's a trained dog or not. They're questioning why she has to stay in the same spot, and as soon as she tries to leave, Hassan reacts very oddly. That's the thing. Yeah, why is no one answering why it has to be in that? Yeah, that, like, hello. Why are people so weird about this? And that just makes me even more concerned, honestly. I was also thinking, Valkyrie, like they said, is like very brand friendly. It must be hella difficult to constantly be extremely neutral to the point that every brand wants to work with you. Oh my days, that sounds tiring.
Baby. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. You would think that this kind of outrage, we would have seen it towards like...
They're so evil that they generally cannot understand what everyone is angry about. They don't see it.
The genocide and stuff, but you know, this...
And like this. She brings up the dog thing and then immediately like, oh, why don't people care about the genocide? Like, oh my God, you can't do that. It's like saying to a person who's struggling with mental illness, like, oh, but at least you're not in a country where it's a civil war, so you shouldn't feel so bad. It's basically the same. And you can't do that. You can't do that. You must still be able to have a certain discussion without bringing up like the genocide and murder and rape. Because of course, those things are insanely important to fix and talk about, but you should still be able to talk about like the simple things. And I wouldn't even say this is a simple thing, you know? This is about potential animal abuse that they try to brush away with, I don't know, bigger human matters, supposedly. And I'm like, nah. It becomes so, it's just weirder. Like, what is going on here? Like Naru said, I truly think they just stuck in their bubble. I love that I just talked about my cats being freaking chill and sleeping. And now Sasori has the biggest zoomies. I feel so sad for my sofa. But it's okay, you can destroy it. I don't mind. It's a form of euphemism that can be misunderstood, especially in this case. Yeah.
Priorities in this world are not where they should be.
And this is like, I get that she doesn't mean it, but it sounds like, oh, you shouldn't care about animal abuse because there is wars going on in the country, in the world. Okay. Like, I understand that's not her intention to come off that way. I don't even think she is in that mindset, but it sounds like it when you're just listening to this, right? Sofa must be sacrificed for cats. Yup. And especially the sofa I have in my PC room. That's totally just their sofa. You guys should see it. It's in interesting state. It's very loved by my cats.
But alas.
Man, this comes off as so tone deaf, like she's on a high horse. Like, just because there's a genocide happening in Gaza, you don't have a right to be concerned over a dog's safety.
Oh, right. Oh my God. I mean, I didn't even have to talk. Mujin said it.
Oh, there's a ceasefire that's been signed recently between Gaza and Israel. It's probably not going to last. Oh, well, still, you can't criticize Hassan or Kaya because guess what? There's another genocide currently going on in Sudan. How dare you? So evidently, this made people make fun of Valkyrie to the point of like no return. Like, this was the best you could come up with to defend your boyfriend? Come on, you can do better than that. Well, the thing is, Valkyrie's viewpoint wasn't really that different from Hassan's most loyal viewers. They also thought the same exact thing. This meme was posted on Hassan's subreddit saying, I can excuse genocide, but I draw the line at animal cruelty, to which someone responds with, you can excuse genocide? Again, it's a very weird viewpoint because you can be both against genocide.
Yeah, this is extremely weird. You can't be this black and white. What the hell?
And against animal cruelty. I really don't see why people are acting like we're choosing here. This was never about a genocide. This was just about a dog being shocked for no reason. Valkyrie would then go live the next day and admit that she's been getting so much hate that she asked 2 streamers for advice regarding—
This is what I mean. Like, if you're... Like, I kind of understand why this is so big now. Because, well, first off, these streamers are huge, right? Huge. And people, when there are animals involved, get very upset. Very upset. Me too. This is like a hard watch for me, not gonna lie. I don't like it at all. It's so weird to me because they can just address it normally and a good portion of people will just move on. Yeah, but that's too, like, why are they being so roundabout and like trying to excuse it and talking about other things instead of just addressing what happened and what people are actually like, what the hell? Why is this a thing? Are they? Never heard about them. Yeah, they are pretty big. I don't watch them personally, but I know they bringing huge numbers, right? Yeah, this is odd. This is very odd.
Her current Reddit hate threads. One streamer by the name of NMPLOL and Asmongold. Guys, I just want to show you what her chat's reaction
Who's NPLOL?
is when she mentions just the name Asmongold. I just want you to see it because I can't explain it unless you look at it. Watch.
Messaged Nick Poem and I messaged Asmongold. I asked both of them, I was like, hey, I don't really use Reddit a whole lot, but like, do you think it's a good idea or a bad idea if I respond to a post and be like, oh, I understand where you guys are coming from. I'm sorry, like, I'm sorry. I should have definitely like spoken about it differently. And both of them reassured me that it's a good idea to
look at
not,
her chat.
because I know they're like, they're Reddit people, so.
I might sound dumb, but is Asmongold also hated? Like, I just remember Asmongold being like World of Warcraft streamer, and now he's like more like a reaction streamer, I suppose. But that's all. He spiraled down a lot. Some would say he was already bad, but he did get worse. Oh, what did he do? Oh, he got Ah, okay. So he went into the political world, I see. And has some really wild... Yeah, well, he has always had some wild takes, hasn't he? I even remember just like... I haven't watched him for a very long time. But back when he was actually like gaming, he had some... some interesting takes about games in general. And I'm like, yeah. Everyone is allowed to think whatever they want. But I had no idea he went into like the political sphere. Ugh, scary. Asmongold is pretty hated for his political views. Oh. Damn, has everyone turned into political streamers? What's going on?
I was like, they both said, they're both very nice.
They
And
are
both
so
said,
outraged.
Don't respond. It's not a good.
She's so dead inside seeing her chat, because now she not only pissed off Reddit, now she's pissing off her own loyal community by mentioning Asmon. By doing this, she had pissed off everyone. It's just such a disaster, dude. The next day, she would immediately apologize on stream that she DM'd Asmongold, saying that she wasn't aware of the rhetoric that he spouted and that she lives under a rock, even though her job is to literally be chronically online. But you know what's funny?
Okay. So she mentioned she DM'd Asmongold for advice and then instantly backs away from it because of her chat. Meow meow, hello. Okay. Oh my god, this is so weird.
The day before that, after saying that she had DM'd both NMP LOL and Asmongold, she would notice her chat getting really pissed at her, and so she'd say that she doesn't agree with everything Asmongold has been saying. See for yourself.
Ray, the hate you're getting right now is crazy after reaching to Asmon. Guys, listen, I don't agree with many things that he says, but I was looking for an LSF Reddit expert. I asked 2 people. I asked Nick and Asmon, and they both said to not respond to the thread because I didn't know if it was a good idea or not. Like, I don't know, man. I just wanted advice because I didn't know what to do. I'm just gonna get hate no matter what I do, bro. I don't know.
So, which is it? Are you really living under a rock? Or are you just pretending to be outraged because your community's outraged? I'm just gonna go with the latter, just, you know, based on your past history.
Yeah, it seems like she's very aware of trying to be as neutral as possible, as brand friendly as possible, and it shows. All I'm saying. And that's, I know if that's the path she wanna go, then of course, go for it. It just comes off a bit iffy. Surprised she doesn't have a PR team to tell her how to handle it. Yeah, that's true.
You know, it sucks because I don't think Valkyrie is a bad person. I just think that she suffers from the problem many of her friends suffer from, where they give too much power to their community, where they can literally get bullied by them if they do something they don't like. And by this point, people found it very hard to take her seriously. In fact, she became the subject of ridicule just like Hassan. This is when she would become a part of the memes. Hassan when Kaya takes one step.
Well, there's nothing over here to fix. That's crazy.
Yeah, don't worry. This was my face when I saw Kaya getting tased too. Another streamer from the big clique of streamers of Los Angeles would also defend Hassan, saying he is a good dog owner, even though she admits in her statement that they're literally acquaintances, that she doesn't know him that well. But the big...
Then how does she know?
Big bombshell here was when the podcast Sweet and Sour, ran by Pokimane and Lily Pichu, 2 very big content creators also based in LA and part of Hassan's friend group, would post a small
The big clique of streamers from Los Angeles. Where's my barf bag? I hate that line. Oh no! Yeah, they do seem to have like their own little community bubble.
Update on their Patreon saying, "Hey taste buds, this is a tough one to write, but we wanted to give you all a heads up that we're unfortunately going to be missing our first scheduled Saturday video tomorrow. We've been watching the recent drama unfold considering our guest and it's been getting intense. We had a serious talk as a crew and we all agreed that it did not feel right uploading tomorrow's video at this moment in time. Our community is our favorite thing and the reason we do this is to create a space that is comfy as always and a true escape. We do not want to impact the cozy atmosphere we've all built together. Thanks for always supporting our vision for a fun, positive place to hang out. See you all next week. Sweet and Sour Staff."
What should we call you? We call her Mommy. You call me Mommy? Why? I don't have any children. Oh, well, I do have Cumbercat, but I didn't technically give birth to him, you know? I usually just get called Zero, I suppose.
So, Hassan was meant to get on the Sweet and Sour podcast with both Lily Pichu and Pokimane, and the episode was meant to come out around this time. They decided not to release it because he was getting a lot of backlash. Honestly, I don't really agree with this decision, right? This only feels like they're throwing their friend under the bus purely because they don't want to get dislikes, but honestly, it doesn't matter. If you bring Hassan on a podcast, it will get mass dislike. That's just how it is. Like when he got on the Trash Taste podcast in the beginning of this year, look at this like to dislike ratio. Oh my god, 50,000 comments.
What the hell? I didn't think he was that disliked. Because, I mean, he has so many people supporting him, right? She rejected us. What makes a mummy a mummy? Like, what does mummy mean? I'm thinking about, like, the actual literal translation of mummy. I don't think I'm very motherly. I can't say.
This is insane. Point is, Hassan had many haters even before the whole shock collar incident, so I don't see why, as close friends of his, this would matter, right? Seeing that they don't really have a problem with his dog getting shocked for no reason.
Mommy ASMR voice. Do I have a mommy voice? What? ASMR. Oh my damn. I wish I liked ASMR. I wish I got the tingles, but I do not. I just find it quite annoying to listen to. The milkers, the hips, the voice, it's a lot of things. Oh, I see.
Is though, things got even more complicated because then Pokimane would tweet out, "The episode was supposed to air as usual, but staff refused to upload it out of fear it."
You have a very mature or refined voice. Oh. Oh, that's so. Oh no, I have a mature voice and then I just spat nonsense. I'm sad. I'm sad. Come close to the mic and whisper good boy. Oh god, no. I refuse. I refuse. Oh, we got a cumber squeeze. Let's go. Oh, okay, you guys didn't see anything. Oh my god, I need to stop doing that. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. You did not see anything. You did not see anything. Okay. Let's see. Here he comes. Blink or you will miss it. Look at him! I didn't see anything. Well, you got your squeeze. The Cumbercat squeeze. You like it. He's so cute. We squirt, yeah. The squirt of happiness. Happiness squirt? Is that how we should call it? Not sure. Anyway, there we go. You got a lot of squirts. Back to my phone. That smug look is so cute. Yeah, he's cute, huh? Cat of Cumbers, yes. I wish the water was white. Well, if the water was white, it wouldn't be water, right? Booty Felon. Oh my days, that's a name. Hello, welcome.
Caused drama and also posted this statement without my approval. Sad face. Sorry guys, we'll talk about everything on this week's episode and go on a high.
So wait, Pokimane? Just threw her entire staff under the bus? Oh my days. Oh my days. That's insane. The monkey in me is demanding I bark at you. Well, you're allowed to bark. Bark, 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 bark. Bark as loud as you want. I can't hear it anyway. I mean, the Discord is called Pond Hub. Well, what else would I call it? It's a pond. I live in a pond. And Hubbers... Hubbers, right? Am I gonna get shocked? No. It's mostly just cat pics of my lovely kittens.
Hiatus afterwards to restructure. So, Pokimane made this out to be a mistake. Staff.
Aw, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Let's stay away from shocking.
Went behind hers and Lily Pichu's backs.
Yeah, please.
And now
no shocking. No lightning.
Is going to go on a hiatus and restructure. In other words, fire people in this wonderful economy. Wow. Look at this meme right here. Look at this.
Oh, I love Kennen though. The few times I played Kennen in League of Legends, I love him. I suck at Kennen, but I love his ult. It's so much fun.
Anyway, it seemed like Pokimane was truly trying to save face here. It was a desperate attempt because 2 days before that tweet, she would make an Instagram story saying, "Quick update, recording a new podcast episode Thursday to explain why we missed last week and have an honest chat." Huh, interesting. Now, of course, people have their own theories and speculations, like maybe Hassan messaged her and was very outraged at the fact that they're not uploading the podcast episode and wanted to throw her staff under the bus to not get on his bad side. Overall, regardless of the speculation or the real reason.
I mean, are everyone afraid of a Hassan? Is that it? Kennen haunts me. I love Kennen in like, oh, what's it called, that fast mode? Aram. There we go. Wait, you play League? Cool. I don't play League a lot. I like play League a few times because I always get in like a mode where I'm gonna learn League and then I don't. I run it down mid myself. Oh, same. I always play way mid if I have to play mid. Not afraid, it's more just unneeded bad publicity, I think. Oh, yeah, probably. It's just, it feels like everyone in that circle is acting so weird. So freaking oddly about this.
And she lied, okay? Straight up lied and threw her staff under the bus. So just like Valkyrie, she ended up seeing controversy, tried to recover, and ended up pissing everyone at the same time instead. Wonderful. The rest of Hassan's friends would go on to invite him over.
Doesn't Pokimane kind of have a tendency of pissing people off? I think every time I read something about Pokimane, she has done something that just makes people angry. But then again, it's the internet, right? You don't have to do much. New objective unlock, get the highest rank in League of Legends. You know, my highest rank in League of Legends would be, what's the lowest one? Iron? That would probably it. Iron 5 or 4. I don't remember. Oh, I played some Wuthering Waves when it just launched, but then I kind of forgot about the game, honestly. But I saw they had like a huge update now. It looks great. It looks great.
For a little podcast and defend him very openly that they've never seen him shock his dog. Watch.
Oh, I care. So you've probably been asked too. People keep coming.
Woowa is so pretty. Oh yeah, I started playing Woowa just because I love how it looks. I love the art. I love how they all the graphics, all of it. It looks so pretty. And I love the characters as well. I just have kind of hard time staying I don't know, interested in gacha games. Like I can get like super into it for a few months and then I kind of just that could be my ADHD as well. It probably is, honestly.
In our chat, and they're
go
like,
to Austin's channel. They go to poor rickety old Austin show who's barely getting
and they're
up
like,
in the
why
morning.
are you hanging out with a dog abuser?
Yeah.
I would like to make it clear, I don't believe that Hassan has abused a dog.
No,
You did, Zero? Yeah. I played the game personally. Combat is hard to understand. Love the cutscenes. Yeah, you really love the combat in Wuthering Waves. It feels so nice. It's much better than what's the other one called? Genshin? Yeah, and the MC. I love that the MC is actually a proper character and not just a filler. What kind of games keep you entertained? I have no idea. The only games I have played for a very long time are MMORPGs, like Arcade, Black Desert Online. I played them for many years.
So don't believe that either, because I bore witness to how you treat her, and you treat her much better than me.
So, you know, this is really interesting because, of course, these are more of his friends defending him, completely ignoring the clip, all the proof that was accumulated so far. But interestingly enough, the reason why a lot of people were going to Austin's chat in particular asking him about this was because he...
I honestly have no idea who these people are. Maybe I'm the one who's living under a rock.
Very openly collabed with Hassan on his own stream when Kaya was in the background. Now look at this clip of Kaya going under the feet of Hassan, him getting pissed off that she's not sitting in the same spot for hours. And as Austin is sitting right next to him, you could very clearly hear the sound of a shock.
Was the case when we were young too. Hey, out.
And right here.
Place. Kaya, place. Go. Go. No, place. Enough of this madness.
Look at how dead inside his friend looks. Look at how dead inside Austin looks. He says firsthand he was there and never saw a shock. So are we just lying now? One of Hassan's friends that has said nothing and has been getting a lot of indirect flack is Maya Higa, someone who owns an animal sanctuary in California and cares a lot about animals. Now look, I'll sit here and say harassment is bad no matter how it's done, no matter who it's done to. I don't encourage it, I don't condone it, and I think it should stop. But at the same time, it shows how much anger is in people's minds right now, seeing how this dog's being treated and seeing that all his friends, including someone who owns an animal sanctuary, isn't saying anything. When they would have so openly said something if it was another streamer, just not Hassan. But look, even with all that being said, and as much as Valkyrie would want to say that she lives under a rock, his friends were very well aware of the controversy going on and how their silence was contributing to a negative image of their brand. This prompted more of them to start talking about the situation, but of course, they would only make it substantially worse. On Stable Ronaldo's stream, Cutie Cinderella...
Oh my god. And it's all because they couldn't address it properly. It didn't have to be this big. Can't wait for Ananta. No, me neither. Ananta. Still not sure how to say it. Looks insane. That game looks so much fun.
Who is Ludwig's girlfriend and who is one of Hassan's friends, would confirm that she went to his house to check the collar. She thought she was helping him by saying this, but what she ended up saying actually ended up sabotaging him beyond belief. Watch.
my neck.
No, there's no shock. Like the electric prongs are taken out of it.
But here's my thing, right?
Like it's only a vibrate. Like there's a setting for vibrate and there's a setting for shock.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So there's only the, like, since the prongs are in it only vibrates.
So all of a sudden we went from, oh, this is just a vibration collar to, no, actually the prongs were taken out. So this is indeed the shock collar. At this point, people could just keep saying he said, she said, whatever. That's why he should have shown it on the first day, right? The theory now is that he took out the prongs on the second day when the controversy was blowing up beyond his wildest dreams. But she pretty much had confirmed that this was indeed the electrical.
Just letting him do this shit without response is not acceptable. No, of course not. It's just like, I don't think if he actually like sat down and properly explained it and all his friends like weren't so freaking weird about it, then it might not have been like this big of a level of insanity. But of course not. He's like, oh my God, if he's shocking his dog for absolutely no reason and getting pissed for her moving from her bed, then that's something needs to be done then. But his friends being this freaking odd around all of this, just, oh my God, it just fuels everything beyond what it's supposed to be. Like, holy shit. Insane.
Shock model. However, she wasn't really the only friend who completely screwed him over without really meaning to. Caroline Kwan, a streamer and the girlfriend of Hassan's best friend, would claim that she's someone who has dog-sitted Kaya before and that no, this is not a shock collar in any way, going completely against what Cutie Cinderella just said. Watch.
I know it probably doesn't matter to you because you're going to believe what you want to believe and from the sources you want to believe it from, and that's why, like, doesn't matter what I or anyone else says, but it's not a shock collar. I've seen that collar. I've used that collar before. I've babysat that dog.
So which one is it? Is it a shock collar? Is it a shock collar with the prongs taken out with tape on it? Or is it not a shock collar at all?
Oh my God, I can't stand it,
dude.
Me neither. This is just freaking frustrating. Like, guys, what the frick are you doing? Get your shit together. Save that dog. Jesus Christ.
His friends realize that every time they open their mouth without getting their story straight, they're making him look way worse. It's like, can we just get to the bottom of this and move on already? Of course not, because now people are thinking, well, okay, who lied? Is it Cutie Cinderella who's lying, or is it Caroline who's lying, because they both have different stories? Man, whatever. Check this meme out. POV, you're Hassan's dog and you step 1 foot off your bed.
Of America's much more consequential violence, okay? It's the same reason as to why in America, Kaya, please just...
It's so stupid. In the end, what I find so funny is that Hassan had openly made fun of pirate software back during his controversy. A narcissist just like him who never was able to take any criticism or feedback correctly and now finds himself in the same exact situation. I mean, look at this.
With the things that I talk about. So, see, you're totally a video game understander. Yeah, I think, like, as far as I understand, like, the pirate software stuff, like, if he had just simply stood aside and was like, I fucked up, you know, and took ownership over it, like, it never would have exploded to the degree that it did.
I mean, you can't make the...
Nah. My dude. Brother. This isn't real. This isn't real. Oh, I have a headache.
This up. If Hassan had simply taken accountability, if he stepped back and said, you know what, listen, I screwed up, maybe I overdid it, maybe I was having a bad day, I'll make very substantial changes to the way I treat my dog so that I don't abuse her, then hey, maybe we wouldn't have reached this point. But him denying it and making up different excuses and just deflecting in such a stupid way while having all his friends root for him, knowing that he's wrong, this had the complete opposite effect. And that's what brought us here, to the point where it's now a
how to solve the problem. Put the collar on him and let's see if it vibrates or shocks. Yes, please. I like that solution a lot.
Global phenomenon. Like, look at this guy making a straight up Roblox level called Hasanabi Dog Simulator, right? Where if you step out of this box, look at this, you just get shot. You just die. These memes have been so creative. I mean, look at this RuneScape meme where you shock a dog. I mean, even Ninja had something to say about this, right? Ninja, who typically stays out of drama. Watch.
Yeah, I have a collar on. Don't worry, guys. It's not a shot collar. It's just a Scooby-Doo collar.
Oh no. It's insane how far this meme has gone. Yeah, it's... Oh my god. And so fast, too.
Raggy, don't rock me.
So look, after this whole debacle, where do we find ourselves now? Did Hassan admit anything or apologize? No, of course not.
Of course.
But seeing how much controversy had built up around this, now he feels forced to let Kaya walk around whenever she wants to. Watch for yourself.
We've finally gotten to a place where like, oh, pure peace is taking place. It's taking place. Is I don't know what you're doing. Okay, what? What do you want? What?
Oh, now it's a different tone, huh? Interesting. Even the Fox News covered it. What? What?
What do you want? Huh? Okay. The chutzpah, if you will.
Was it that hard, man? Was it really that hard? Seriously, come on, man. You made it seem like it was a gargantuan task. Finally, Kaya is free. God. And
Kaya is free! Let's go! At least, on stream, I suppose.
Finally, yes, even though this is a ridiculous situation and has many funny memes made around it, I do have to mention that this situation turned very political very fast. The New York Post wrote about this, and of course the title is Lefty Twitch Streamer Hassan Piker and Israel National News, right? Even though the hostages have just been released and they have many more things to report on, decided to make an article called Anti-Israel Twitch Streamer Hassan Piker Accused of Using Shock Collar on Dog. So if you're wondering why there's so many people who refuse to believe this, it's because if they do, then in their mind, it's admitting that their entire political compass is wrong. That's how politics work these days. If someone on your side who's influential does something wrong, it makes everyone look bad. So it's better to never admit it. This isn't just exclusive to one side of the political spectrum, it's every political spectrum at this point. That's the age we live in. So am I surprised? No. Do I care? No. The only thing I'd like to come out from this is, well, the dog being okay. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, please. Please. Just want the doggy to be fine, to have a happy life, and not get shocked for trying to move.
Anyway, thanks so much for watching until the end. Hope you enjoyed the memes. Make sure to use the code Mujin for 10% off gamer subs. They make some really cool products. And I'll see you in the next video whenever that is, which will probably be the 1,000-page Cinder document that is ridiculous. It's a pain in the ass to read. And I'm hopefully aiming to finish the video by maybe the end of the month. We'll see.
Ooh.
Love you so much. Mwah.
Mwah. This picture. Oh my days.